Hello, and yes, welcome back to another video, guys. Now, that's right, today we're finally moving away from the 2021 videos and we're looking forward to 2022. So, yeah, today we're going to be talking about my top 10 most anticipated movies of 2022. Now, I do have another 10 honourable mentions because I started making this list and I was like, there's actually a solid 20 films I'm really looking forward to seeing. So, yeah, I'm going to do 10 honourable mentions, then we're going to crack on with the actual top 20. Now, a couple of things before we start. Yeah, I know people are probably going to be calling me out my glasses, like, oh my god, you're wearing glasses? Yeah, many people told me that my old pair of glasses didn't suit me, so I got a new pair. And I've woke up with a bit of a headache this morning, so I'm trying to really, looking at screens, filming the videos and editing them, trying to really minimise that headache. Also, the thing with these lists is looking forward to the films that are coming out. Yeah, there's going to be some really cool directors who are going to have some really awesome movies that come out next year. But in terms of most anticipated, the ones that I'm just dying to see, they are kind of blockbusters. So yeah, there's mostly going to be big blockbuster movies here on this list. But that's the thing, I always look forward to the blockbusters the most. Normally a couple sneak into my top 10, but it's always the ones that you sort of don't see coming that end up being great. So yeah, but anyway, we're going to crack on. We're going to do my 10 honourable mentions first. So let me slide over here so we can see the lovely movie posters. So we have Morbius. Yeah, now I think this film's going to be crap, but do you know what? I'm very curious about this movie, so I am looking forward to seeing it. We've got Sonic the Hedgehog 2. Yeah, this film would probably just be very average, but I kind of like the first one, and I grew up watching Sonic X, so I'm looking forward to seeing Tails, Knuckles, and Jim Carrey looking a lot more Dr. Robotnik. Avatar 2, yeah, again, this one's just more curiosity. I think they've left it way too late. I'm really upset that James Cameron has spent the last 20 years just making Avatar films. I think this film would probably just be okay. It's not going to do near the money the first one done, but curiosity has me, I guess. I'm curious to see how this movie's going to turn out. Nope. Jordan Peele's new movie. I'm not sure about the title, but hey, I love Jordan Peele's other two films, so I'm really excited to see this. Get Out and Us were both awesome, so I'm very excited to see what Nope has in store for us. The Flash, yeah, this movie should be in the top 10, really, doing the Flashpoint story, but to be honest, I'm hearing so many things that it sounded like a bit of a mess of a movie. The trailer didn't really excite me, and I'm not a huge fan on Ezra Miller's casting as the Flash, so I'm a little bit unsure on this film. Halloween Ends. Yeah, I really liked the reboot of Halloween, and Halloween Kills was pretty fun, I thought. I didn't hate it like some people. Didn't love it either, but it was fun. I'm excited to see how they're going to wrap this little trilogy up. Yeah, I'm excited for this. Scream 5, which is literally in a week's time, so should hopefully be seeing this very, very soon. I'm a big fan of Scream 1. I really like 2 and 4. 3 was pretty crap, but we move. The trailers for this have been awesome, and I have seen some reviews, and I'm hearing it's actually quite good. So we're looking safe there. Then we have Turning Red, the Pixar film, which I've just found out is going straight to Disney Plus, which is a real shame. I don't know why Pixar films aren't going cinema. Their films are great. Soul and Luca were fantastic. Why are these films not being shown in the cinema? But anyway, yeah, still really excited for Turning Red. It's Pixar. I really just trust Pixar, They've only had a couple dodgy films, so yeah. Aquaman. I'm really hoping that James Wan can improve where the first one failed, because I'm not a big fan of the first one, but there's a lot of potential here, and I can see this film turning out pretty well. So I'm hoping this will be good. And the last honourable mention I have is Black Panther: Wakanda Forever. Yeah, it's hard to talk about this film because I'm still, after all this time, haven't quite grasped the concept that Chadwick Boseman is gone and that he's not going to be in the MCU anymore. I think the curiosity, mostly for this film, is how the hell are they going to pull this off? What are they going to do? So, yeah, curiosity is high on this one. But anyway, they're the 10 films that just didn't quite make my top 10, but still very much looking forward to all of those. Well, some more than others, Morbius, Sonic, an Avatar was sort of just to get me to that magic 20. But yeah, anyway, we got 10 other films here. Now, these 10 films are the 10 films that I am so excited for. These 10 films do stand above the 10 I just spoke about. There's no doubt in my mind. And remember, guys, this is just my opinion. You know, some people are going to be like, where's this movie? Where's that? You know, these are just the films that I'm personally most excited for. So, yeah, let's crack on. Number 10 is going to go to Mission Impossible 7. Yeah, that's right. I love this franchise here. You know, I really like all of them, even 2. I know people don't love 2, but for me, the last one, Fallout, was the best somehow. I thought that film was freaking awesome. Rogue Nation and Ghost Protocol that come before were also excellent movies. And yeah, the reason this one isn't higher is because we haven't heard much about it yet. But this franchise just seems to get better and better and better. I'm not sure how they're going to top Fallout, to be honest, because that film was pretty incredible. But yeah, I have high expectations for this film, and I'm just excited to see where the franchise goes. Yeah, they're always visually stunning as well. So yeah, Mission Impossible 7 comes in 10th place. 9th place is going to, might surprise a few people here, Fantastic Beasts: The Secrets of Dumbledore. Yeah, now, the last film was garbage. I hated the last film, The Crimes of Grindelwald. I don't mind the first one, Fantastic Beasts and How to Find Them. I thought that was alright. Now, I think the reason I'm excited for this is it's the Harry Potter 20th anniversary at the minute. They've been showing all the films on Sky lately. And I'm fully back in the Harry Potter world at the minute. I'm very excited. 2022 is looking like a great year for Harry Potter. It started off with the anniversary. We're getting this movie. We're getting the PS5 game. It's looking like Harry Potter is coming back in a big way this year, which is very exciting. Now, the writer who adapted the books to the movies, who worked on all of the original 8 Harry Potter films, is coming back for this one. So that's what's giving me hope. The trailer was pretty good. I know it's a bit sad about Johnny Depp, but Mads Mikkelsen is a fantastic actor, and I can't wait to see what he does with the role of Grindelwald. So I am actually quite excited for this movie. So yeah, Fantastic Beasts: The Secrets of Dumbledore. I'm looking forward to it. Next up, coming in at 8th place, we have Black Adam. That's right. Now, there's only been a little clip released of this, but I really thought it was a great clip. And I got to say, this is The Rock's pet project. He's been trying to get this project off the ground for so many years. I think a good solid 10 years, even before Man of Steel come out. So I'm really excited for him that it's finally coming out. I'm happy that he's finally going to be able to have this movie shown to people. And yeah, I think it's kind of exciting just to see The Rock just do something a bit bigger, because everything he kind of does fits into his stereotypical kind of generic blockbuster. But here he's got DC's backing. It's a superhero film. It's a beloved comic book character. It's going to be quite dark. I'm hoping pretty brutal as well. It looks like that from the clip we got. So I think there's a lot of potential here for this to maybe be The Rock's best movie. So I'm excited for him. And yeah, I'm really excited for this movie. Coming in 7th place is Thor: Love and Thunder. That's right. Now, I never thought I'd say I was too excited for a Thor film. Because I'm not a fan of the first two. But after Ragnarok, and the fact that Taika is once again coming back, I am buzzing for this movie. Taika Waititi is a fantastic director. He made the character Thor actually interesting and likeable. From the movie's perspective, he's always been pretty good in the comics, but from the movie's perspective, he brought this pretty dull, average, bland character and actually made him a front centre and made him a part of that great Avengers trio. Because he wasn't there before. For me, we had Iron Man and Cap, who were absolutely rocking it in, you know, the first movie, even though Cap looked stupid, and then Age of Ultron. I just could never get behind Thor, but Taika made him this interesting character. And I'm so excited that he's the one that's got a full film, because his character seems to have just picked up. I'm really excited to see all these other characters that are going to be popping up in it as well. Christian Bale was the villain. I'm very excited to see that. So yeah, there's a lot of things going for this movie, which I'm excited for. And I just trust Taika. So yeah, very, very excited for Thor: Love and Thunder. Coming in 6th place is going to be Lightyear. Yes! I think this is a brilliant idea from Pixar, because I think we were all worried when Toy Story 4 was coming out, going, oh, guys, Toy Story 3 was such a perfect ending. Toy Story 4 was excellent, so they managed to get away with it one more time. They made one more great film, had another really good ending, but I think we were all like, that's got to be it now, surely. But I don't think any of us 100% trusted Pixar, because we said that after the third one, they made a full Toy Story film. This is the best way to carry that franchise on. Now, I know that he's not a toy here. This is the story of the real-life Buzz Lightyear. And I think that is the perfect way to carry on this character. We're obviously not going to see Woody and stuff, because they're not real people. Right? You know, Woody's from the show that we saw in Toy Story 2. This is the best way to do it. I love the fact that Chris Evans is voicing him, because yeah, why does he need to sound like the toy? You know, or you know, it's a real life person. It's going to sound different. The trailer was incredible. I think Pixar are going to knock it out of the park with this one. I really do. I'm incredibly excited for it. Then we have, in 5th place, Jurassic World Dominion. Again, very similar things here towards Fantastic Beasts. I was not a fan of the last one at all. But I like the first one. So, very similar positions to Fantastic Beasts, in fact. This one, nostalgia strings are getting me a bit. You know, I grew up, like many people, with the original Jurassic Park film. You know, I grew up with the second and third one as well. So the fact that Sam Neill, Laura Dern, and, you know, Jeff Bridges was briefly in the last one, but they're coming back for main roles, is very, very exciting to me. We're going to mix the old cast with the new cast. Also, one of the things which I love about the first Jurassic World is that it took a different approach, as in, this time the park is open. We're taking a different approach here. This time we're not on the islands, we're on the mainlands. We're in America. I believe that's where this film is going to be set, which really, really excites me, because it's just something different. I think that's why the last film didn't work, because they tried not to be too different, and they got lost within themselves in the writing. Whereas here they've got a lot of freedom, and I'm hoping they'll make a much better movie. So yeah, you know, I'm incredibly excited for this film. And the prologue thing that they showed, I think it's out online now, but they showed it before Fast and Furious 9, which I got to see in IMAX. Was awesome, really cool. So yeah, I'm excited for it. Coming in 4th place is going to be Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. I love that title. I love the trailer. I love the poster. Man, this film is looking great. Now, there were some big reshoots happening, which really had me worried. You know, I've read a few things that apparently it's to do some cameos and stuff. So, you know, that makes me more excited, and gives me a bit of relief, because I sort of feel like Sam Raimi, this huge Doctor Strange multiverse project, they would be on top of things here. So I feel like we're pretty safe still, and it makes sense to have loads of cameos in this one, because it's the multiverse. You know, we've experienced multiverse stuff already now in Marvel. I'm not going to spoil anything, but you know, we've experienced stuff, so it makes sense to have loads of cameos in this one, and for them to go a bit crazy, because it's Doctor Strange. The trailer was, as I say, incredible. I'm really, really excited to see how they include, like, what-if story plots. Benedict Cumberbatch is just so amazing in this role. And I'm really excited to see other characters come back as well in this. Like Rachel McAdams. I thought, you know, she was really underused in the first Doctor Strange. So it looks like they're going to use her a bit more in this one, which I'm excited for. And just a lot of other stuff coming into play in this movie. It looks good. The score and the trailer looks great. It looks like they're really going for it with this movie. This is by far the most exciting Marvel film for me next year. Well, maybe not by far. Thor's not far behind, but yeah, very excited for these two. Well, MCU films, because coming in at number 3 is SpiderMan Across the Spider-Verse Part 1. Ooh. Now, I love the first Spider-Verse film. It's my favourite Spider-Man film, potentially my favourite Marvel film in general. I love this film. The two directors are absolutely fantastic. The animation style is beyond incredible. It's maybe my favourite animation I've ever seen. I think it's absolutely breathtakingly beautiful. I love how free and open they are with this story of all these different Spider-Men coming together. Because that's the thing for me, you know, with Spider-Man. There are so many different variations and variants of Spider-Man that it's so cool that, because we've seen it in the comics, it's so cool now we can see these Spider-Men come together like we did in Into the Spider-Verse. So it's great. I'm really excited to see what versions of Spider-Man we're going to see in this one. I want to see some more weird ones like Porky Pig and Spider-Man Noir. I want to see some more weird ones like that. I believe we're getting Spider-Man 2049, 49 or 99, 2099. I can't remember. The one for the game. So I'm really excited by that. Oh, nearly dropped my iPad. I do that nearly every video. But yeah, I'm the clip they released as well. Spider-Gwen, great. I want to see Tubby Spider-Man again. He was great. Yeah, I'm really, really excited for this movie. I love these films, man. Coming in at number 2 is going to be Indiana Jones 5. Yeah, we've barely seen anything from this. Literally, just set photos and stuff. So, yeah, this is, this could potentially turn out not to be great, I think. But I think it will, because I like the director they've got to do it. And it's Indiana Jones. I, again, grew up with the original 3. My dad loves the original 3, so I sort of had to watch them as a kid. But obviously, being made by Lucasfilm, they had that very similar editing style, and they had the score and the stuff and the pacing of the original Star Wars trilogy, so I naturally gravitated towards that and really, really enjoyed it. And I think that's something that works really well for these films. And look, I love Indiana Jones. I know the 4th one isn't great, but I still don't mind it. I love Indiana Jones. I'm so excited to see this character again. And I'm just really, really curious as to how they're going to handle this movie. Because, you know, Harrison Ford, he is not young anymore. I think he is going to still be doing some stunts in this. I really do. Which might be a bit laughable because of how old he is now. But I'm wondering what approach they're going to go with us towards the ending. Is this going to be the death of Indiana Jones? Are we about to see another famous, beloved character killed off on screen? We'll see. But coming in at number 1, I think overall I would say I would be more excited to see an Indiana Jones film over this character. But the trailers for this one, the director and the casting, wow. You guys know what's coming. It's the Batman. The Batman, oh my god. The trailers have been insane. Especially the second one, I gotta say. Because I saw people raving about the third one when it came out, saying, oh my god, the third trailer was the best one yet. It's like, it was a great trailer. I loved it. But the second trailer is still my favourite. The music and the bit where the penguin's upside down in the car and he's walking towards him and the Bat logo comes up and he's upside down hanging like a bat. That is so good. I love that shit. There's, you know, the trailer's just been so good. Of course, fantastic director behind it. The casting has all been so good. I have so much faith in Robert Pattinson in this role. All the other casting has been brilliant as well. You know, Andy Serkis as Alfred. We got the casting of the Riddler, the Penguin, blah, blah, blah. It's just all looking so good. This film looks so great. It looks like one of the darkest Batman comics taken off the comic book pages and splattered on your TV screens or movie screens. I've always found that Batman has yet to be done right. Even though I love some Batman films, you know, you've got the original Michael Keaton ones, bit too, oh, I'm trying to think of the word, a bit too over the top for me, a bit too silly, like the Penguin and stuff, you know, a bit too much for me. Still like them, good films. We're not going to talk about the other two, you know, the Val Kilmer one and the George Clooney one. Won't talk about them. The Christian Bale ones, you know, they're great movies, but for me, it didn't feel like the Batman from the comics that I've read too much. It felt more real-world approach, and that was fantastic for those movies. Ben Affleck was great as Batman, just unfortunately, the films he was in kind of sucked, other than the Zack Snyder Justice League one, but he, you know, it was a shared film. Here, it feels like we're finally getting the Batman film we've all wanted. This is going to be the best representation of that comic book character, most probably the most beloved comic book character of all time here. We're about to get the most, like, accurate representation of him on the big screen, I think. So I'm so excited for that. I can't wait for the Batman. But yeah, there we go. There's my ranking, guys. As I say, those top 10 films there, I am so pumped for. Every single one of them top 10. The later 10, I'm very excited for still. But yeah, the top 10 that we just spoke about there. So excited for these films, guys. Let me know down in the comments below what films you guys are looking forward to. Because as I said, there's some films that I haven't talked about. There are some films that I'm just genuinely not as excited for. Like Uncharted, for example. Just one I'm personally not looking forward to. But, you know, there's going to be a few films I missed off here. But anyway, thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope you've enjoyed. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, like the video, leave a message. And as always, I'll see you next time for another video. Bye-bye.